Bro, I just have to say this real quick. In a way, this is just some quick poetry. In a way, you have to take yourself, wait, hold on, let me start over. To give oneself to others, to truly serve the world, you have to take yourself from your family and from your hometown and the people and the places that raised you. To really give yourself to this experience of life and to shine that light of I don't want to say enlightenment because I don't want to speak as though I'm enlightened. Enlightenment is like, it's just another state of mind that passes through. It's like, oh, word, and then it goes to the next one. That's just what it is, okay? But to be able to momentarily shine that light, one thing that I've been doing a lot lately, I don't know if I ever recorded this. I know I wrote it in my journal. I don't know if I've talked to myself about this yet, but I was hanging out with some fucking crackhead a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to call him a crackhead. Let me back up. He's not a crackhead. I was hanging out with a man who had a cocaine addiction and a couple of lighter addictions, but the highest of, at least in my opinion, was the cocaine one. And one part of hanging out with him was walking around up and down, one of the main streets where there's a lot of foot traffic, and he had shoplifted some earbuds from a store earlier, and he had shoplifted two and a water filter. He sold the water filter actually surprisingly quickly for, I think, probably $10 or $20, maybe 15, I don't know. But then the earbuds, he was struggling to sell them, and I was marveled by how quickly, like, as soon as he stole that shit, I mean, even before he stole it, he spoke to me. He spoke to me when he was walking across the crosswalk, and I had stopped at the crosswalk for him. My window was down. I always stop at the crosswalk, even though it's kind of taboo out here, I guess. And I don't remember what he said to me, but he was speaking to me. Long story short, and he wasn't necessarily too special. I do this kind of a lot, but I ended up giving him a ride to a place and getting to know him, hanging out with him for a bit, because I just live freely, man. That's my thing. I would not recommend this to everybody in the world. I'm not to toot my own horn, but I can take care of myself, so I don't necessarily worry too much. I eyeball the person before I let them in. I do say no, but if it looks like I can beat your ass and you ask me for a ride, I'll say yes. If you ask me for a ride and you look, I guess I've never really driven any or been asked for a ride from somebody who looked like they could beat my ass. And that's not saying that I've never seen anybody who looks like they could beat my ass. Maybe that's just like a causation correlation thing. Maybe people who can beat people's ass tend to be in a position in life where they don't need to ask for rides as much. I don't know. I'm just talking. Anyway, my point is that I was hanging out with this guy. We're selling these earbuds. He's talking to every single person so fluidly. He's striking up conversations, and then you can see, their enthusiasm for the conversation start to wane after he pulls out the product. For certain, and that's understandable. But before then, it was like they just light up. And I was like, let me try this. So I took one of the things, we split up. We tried to sell them. We did sell them, not on the street though. I'll say how later. I'm going up and down the street. We're trying to sell them, and it just blew me away because I'd never done this before. And I've always been the kind of person that shies away from interaction, you know, oh my God, please don't talk to me. I can see when somebody's focused on me and walking in my direction. I can see when somebody's stride shows intention to to connect with me. You know, it's like they lock in. I see it. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I'll always kind of be, you know, I don't answer the phone. My shit be on do not disturb for like a month. You know, literally, I'm an introvert, and I still am, and I will continue to have that aspect to me for forever probably, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. But I think that I've been over identifying with that label, because even though I do have a tendency for sure to spend more time alone, I definitely enjoy spending time with other people and speaking to other people, and it hit me so hard realizing, oh my God, like you can just, it's like a video game almost, it feels like, you know, like you play like Red Dead Redemption. They did a really good job with it, like you know, and you can talk to everybody, and they have, you know, a couple of scripted lines, and you know, it's obviously not a fucking video game, or maybe it is, but you know, you talk to, it's like you can stop literally anybody on the street and really say anything offensive to them, and they will, at least for me, and they will light the fuck up. They will just light up, like they'll just be like, wow, like let's talk, you know, what's up? And I've been slowly building a habit of just being like, hey man, how you doing? Like when I'm in a fucking, like when I'm like waiting at McDonald's for whatever, you know, and there's like a guy who's like standing next to me for like 7 minutes, and we're just fucking standing like soldiers next to each other or whatever. Rather than do that, it's like, you know, what's up, you know? Maybe say a little joke. Yesterday I was like, man, isn't it crazy how those I said something about how goddamn loud the fryers beep in the McDonald's and how it's psychological torture, right? First I said it to another guy, and first he misheard me because I have my mask on, which really holds me back from being as funny and great as I am. Anyway, but I wear my mask because I take COVID very seriously. And also because I don't like people seeing my face. But so I said it to the first guy. He didn't really care. I don't even think he really understood me, even when I said it the second time. But I said it to another person, and he was, you know, like 5 minutes later, because I was in that McDonald's forever, and he was so much different. You know, people are so different. And we had a conversation for a couple of minutes. He was an old dude, you know. Just had a short, stupid conversation about earplugs. Then, you know, pivoted the warehouse. Just quick little bits and pieces. Oh yeah. And then you got then we'll love it. Number 640. Oh, that's me. Good hearing. Hey, good talking to you, man. And he leaves. And it was. And I didn't know that. Anyway, this is almost 10 minutes long. I have to go. Bye.